I started, of course, our style was karate, like a Kempo style, which is pretty much everything. Striking, kicking, punching, 99.9% of the time in a street situation, you end up on the ground. So, but I put all that in the back burner, especially in the 90s, because MMA wasn't as big. It was kickboxing. So my dad fought kickboxing. My older sister fought kickboxing. So they were kind of my inspiration to go to kickboxing. I had my first fight at 15 years old, and I thought I sucked at kickboxing because my sister used to beat the crap out of me all the time. All the time. Oh, yeah. Just make me cry, bro.
Wow.
All the time. She beat the crap out of me.
Batman couldn't get that information out of me.
Bro, I grew up with it, you know? And, I mean, she was the alpha dog for the longest. And so I thought I was terrible. Here I am getting my butt kicked by this girl. But my dad had me fight this guy. He was like 26. I think he was 20-0 in kickboxing. Kind of threw me to the dogs on that one. I guess it was a way for him to show me that I was better than what I thought I was. I ended up beating the brakes off the guy. And afterwards, the commentator was like, yo, he was talking to my opponent. What you think about this Stephen Thompson kid? And he's like, man, I wondered why I even stepped in the ring with this boy. And the announcer called me Wonderboy, and it just stuck with me ever since.
Wow, that's a good story about how you get a nickname.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, because most people think that fighters they name themselves.
Like yeah.
Because boxers do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of boxers, they name themselves.
They name themselves.
Yeah.
So, but you will always be how'd you get Rampage?
My cousin named me that when I was 8 years old from the video game. Yeah. I used to play that video game Rampage.
Yeah.
And
dude, I used to love that freaking game. They're in Dave & Buster's now.
Yeah.
They made a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just saw the brand new one at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Me and you. We went for our Jaxxon party.
Yeah. I used to love that video. I used to play it all the time. I was the wolf. And I used to always play it, but my family used to love making fun of me, like how these guys are. You call it bullying now, but back in those days, we just call it making fun. Yeah. And I'm gonna share something that I normally don't share, but I'm really proud of my dad now. But back in those days, he was an alcoholic. He was on drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, back in those days, like the 80s and stuff. So you can kind of guess what drug he was on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so and I was really close to my dad, and that's how my family could get up under my skin. So I used to lose my temper, and it would get so bad that I would hyperventilate, and I was like huff and puff. I would turn like real red and huff and puff, and it used to amuse them. It was amusing to them, and I used to fight them and just go and fight my cousins and my siblings, and I would get in trouble for it. And so my mom stopped me from fighting them because I would get spanked or whooping with a switch, and the switch was like a whip with thorns on it because you ripped.
I know about them switches.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, and because she used to get the one from the tree, and it was almost like a.
She didn't make you pick your own.
Oh no, she got sometimes, but this one she got this one
okay.
Right. So if I got trouble, so I got a whipping too. So what I did was I started hitting the walls and put a bunch of holes and stuff in the walls, and my cousin was like, "You just like that game Rampage. You just like that game Rampage."